butter your toast? What does that mean? I'm hopped up on caffeine. I'm ready to go. It is the middle of tax season. We got this. This came about from something that happened to me recently at an airport. And just spoiler alert, butter your toast has to do with like taking care of yourself. So this is what's happening. I was coming back from the Superstores Writers Conference over in Colorado. It was actually the first time that I spoke at a conference where I didn't have somebody with me. Every conference that I've been to, I either had Jessica with me or Ben was with me once, or Christina. Like, I've always had someone that I knew with me. This is the first time I was by myself. It wasn't my first time traveling by myself, but it was my first time attending a conference as a vendor, as a speaker by myself. I was kind of like sad about that at first, whenever I first planned it and realized that that would be the case. But then whenever it actually happened, I realized it was actually kind of better. I noticed that whenever I speak in front of people that I know personally, I get way more nervous. And that conference was like the first time that I didn't feel nervous speaking in front of the crowd. And I think it's just because like nobody knows me. I'm not having to put on airs. Like I could be anybody that I want to be. And the person listening that knows me personally isn't there to say, wait a minute, I know this guy. Why does he sound like that now? So anyway, I wasn't nervous. It ended up being great. I met a lot of good people. I didn't have to worry about like if the person that I was with wanted to go out to eat that night or whatever. So not the point of the story at all. The point is, on the way back, I was at the airport waiting for my flight, got there way earlier than I needed to. And they had this really small restaurant there. So I went in, I got breakfast. Breakfast was like eggs, bacon, and some toast. The toast came with the little butter thing. And my first instinct was just not to butter the toast because usually I just don't. It's not that I don't like it with butter. It's better with butter. I think it's arguably like an objective thing that toast is better with butter on it. And I don't think anybody can say otherwise. But normally I just wouldn't worry about it because if I'm with other people, then I'm worried that like I'm taking too long or that I'm hogging the butter or that I don't know. I just don't do it typically. And so my knee jerk reaction was to just like not do that. And I thought, why wouldn't I? Like I have time. Like why wouldn't I choose to make this better? Because I know if I was with Jessica or I was with any of the kids, like I would probably offer to butter their toast for them because it's better that way. And I want them to have better things. So it made me realize how little do I value myself that I wouldn't take the extra few seconds to just butter my own toast. Like, why wouldn't I do that? I don't know. I just don't take the time to do those types of things for myself because I'm constantly moving forward to the next thing. Like, let's hurry up and eat. Let's hurry up and finish. We can move on and wait, I guess, at the gate for the airplane because we still have to wait anyway. So I did. I took the time. And what was interesting about it, and I don't know, this is silly, but you know, you had the toast in one hand, I had the butter knife in the other hand. It means I couldn't have my phone. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't scroll. I couldn't read emails. I couldn't check Facebook. I just had to sit there and like scrape the butter across the toast. And it was almost cathartic. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it was almost like, I don't know, it forced me to just stop and think about what I was doing. And in today's age, there's not that many moments where we just don't have inputs into our eyeballs and into our earballs where we're just constantly inundated with stuff, where we just sit and just do something physical. So I don't know. This video is going to be a shorter one because I'm talking way too fast because I'm so hopped up on caffeine. But I just want to encourage you, if you don't take time to do things for yourself, just remember that phrase, like butter your toast. And if ever you have an opportunity, just take a little bit extra time to do something just for you. That's for no other reason than just to experience things better, to experience things that are nicer, because I think we're worth it. You know, like we're all worth doing for ourselves at the bare minimum what we would be willing to do for other people. On that same kind of thing with like having inputs constantly, you know what I noticed not long ago is in the morning, my normal routine would be reach for the phone, immediately check emails, and then immediately check social media notifications, immediately check YouTube stats, and then go to the news, and then jump from that to work, and then jump from that to just like winding down, which is usually just social media or the news or whatever. And even like laying in bed to fall asleep, I have my Kindle and I read to fall asleep. So there's literally almost no moment throughout the day where I wouldn't have some sort of input, specifically input from a screen. I can't imagine that's a good thing, right? Like I have to think that that's not how we were made to be. So I've been trying to take some time each day to just like have zero inputs. And man, that is way more difficult than I thought it would be. I tried it at first with just morning walks. So I'd go on a walk with no ear pods, no music, no anything, no obligation or expectation for it to ever become like a workout or an exercise or a jog, just a walk, just a regular walk down the street for like 20 or 30 minutes. And I've got to love those walks. Those walks got to be really nice for me. So, I'm Catholic by faith, and so we just started Lent a few weeks ago. And part of my thing now has been in the morning, no phones, no screens for like the first 2 hours. So the first 2 hours has been spent in prayer and meditation, like deep reading, like good literature, not just fun stuff, but the actual things that like make you think, and then going on my walk and then doing my exercise and taking those first 2 hours of my day to do objectively good things that don't involve a screen and negativity. That has just had the hugest impact on my mood and my productivity. I'm way more productive the rest of the day. So, all right, I'm going to stop it here because we can go on way more tangents. What do you do to treat yourself? How do you butter your own toast or take time for yourself to make sure that you're treating yourself as well as you would treat the other people in your lives? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time.